that I want to talk in depth with you. When maybe you heard about the old boy and he got resigned from the city council. Well, I tried to fill his spot, but some of the things that I advocated goes against the grain.
Like what sort of things?
I wanted to see more students involved in the city government, and they don't, because their idea is, they're only here for 4 years and then they're gone. But here's something to ponder. If every student in these colleges, okay, first off, how many students are in this year?
About 22,000.
Okay. If you could get every student to register to vote in Springfield, do you realize what you could do? You could rewrite the laws of Springfield. And this is something that I advocated, but they don't want it. But here's something for you to read. This is what I presented to the city council.
Okay, we will make sure we look at that. So just a little background on yourself, like where'd you go to school? What other jobs have you had?
Well, I should have brought the other one with me too. Okay, I went to school in Bismarck, Missouri.
Okay.
And then I went 1 year in St. Louis at Hadley Tech. Then I went in the Army. I spent 4 years in the Army, 16 months in Korea. I come back. I went Wilmington, California.
You've been all around.
Harvard Junior College. I graduated there with an AA. I went to Cal State at Los Angeles for a year and a half, and I became a college dropout. I went to work, and I worked 26 years as a bus driver in California. I retired, took early retirement because it got bad out there, and come back here and invested my money from my retirement.
So what led you to open Ray's Lounge?
Price was right. That was part of it. He wanted out for a couple of reasons. He had to get out of town quick, and he would take anything that was offered to him. I found out later that it had a bad name, but then, it soon got around that things have changed. Then students start coming in.
So when did you take over Ray's Lounge?
Well, there's twice. It was 1995 to 1999. Then I come back at 2002 to last December 2011.
So why was it closed for those 3 years between 1999?
They sold the building off under me, and the gal would come in, pardon me, brought in a strip club. She lasted 11 months. She went bankrupt. And then
you took it back over. Did you have any frequent customers that you became familiar with?
Oh yeah, quite a few.
How did they feel when Ray's Lounge closed this past December?
Again, pardon my code of English. It was mostly because of smoking ban. See, in the wintertime, nobody wants to go outside and smoke. Price of cigarettes, about $4.50 a pack. And they go out and take 2 puffs, they ain't gonna put it out. You know, throw it away on me. It costs too much money. So, business dropped off. It dropped off by 1%.
Did it drop off pretty quickly, or was it a gradual thing?
It was kind of gradual. When it got cold, it dropped.
So, is the smoking ban and the closing of Ray's Lounge what led you to want to join City Council?
Well,
or is that just one of the things?
When see, Color 10 and Springfield 33 were frequent customers, and whenever they wanted some information on things, hey, you want to give us your opinion? Sure. So Color 10 come down one night and wanted to do an interview, and they found out that was going to close. So the reporter says, what are you going to do when you close? And with a tongue in the cheek, I said, I might run for city council. And that night, it was on the 10 o'clock news. About 4 to 11, I got my first phone call. Are you serious? I said, well, you never know. I had 3 gentlemen to inquire about me. And I said, why not?
So what platform do you think you're going to be running on? Just the students getting more involved in the government, or are there more things that you want to change?
I wanted to see, the city has a lot of money, but they have access to different grants. A person that has a good idea, an entrepreneur, he don't have the money, he or she don't have the money to have the layout. You know, they could go to the city and say, this is my plan. And if they show a good business ethic, they would loan the money, get them going.